This word came to mind, which is a word that I deal with every day as an entrepreneur. Was dealing with for a very long time, launching Kickstarter, this new thing called Lost Arts. And it's a word that usually sounds pretty negative, but it's a word that I think is really important as an entrepreneur. And it's a word that I've actually personally come to embrace. It's a word called tension. Were you looking for a different word? What was the word you were looking for? Failure. I think failure is quite honestly overrated. Failure is only failure if you don't learn something from it, right? I think tension is interesting because in tension, there's that moment where you're, I'm about to fail, right? Or, I did just fail, whatever that means. And if you walk away, you've not learned anything from it. Like if you embrace and hold that tension, there's something you can learn from that and put it through another iteration of the thing, or another iteration of the feature, or another iteration of the company. In this moment of tension, there's this impending doom that's looming over you. Whether you're creating a product and you're trying to pitch a potential investor, or pitch a potential engineer who's going to help you build the thing, and they're looking you blank in the face, right? Or you've got sequential no after no after no after no from an advisor, from an investor, from a potential customer. And what I would say is, like, these are not failure points, but they're actually points of learning. What could you have done better in terms of pitching or narrating your thing? Were you rambling on? Were you articulate? Do you even know what it is that you're building and why you're building it? The other part, I suppose, is looking at these moments and determining whether the person you're talking to is the right person. Do they understand the space that you're trying to solve a problem for? Do they get it? Are they your customer? You know, I suppose the other aspect to tension is just confronting it. And so sometimes that tension is between people, right? Between co-founders, between team members. And I'd say where tension goes awry, where tension actually results in potential failure, whether that be that person quitting or a feature going south, is that you just let that tension fester into negativity. And the sooner that you can cut that off and just call it what it is, instead of like, hey, either I f***ed up or you f***ed up or something's f***ed up, let's figure it out. Actually, I would argue not placing blame is a big part of it, because you as a founder, quite frankly, are responsible for all the blame, period. But other parts of your team are also accountable for those issues as well. And I heard there was somebody that launched a Kickstarter campaign recently. Where's that? Okay, congrats. So what I would say is, like, for that moment and for that, like, right, that excitement around, or maybe the tension around pushing that green button to like launch, which is scary as all get out. Like, it's that tension that we live for.